Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another session of Empowering Morning Conversations. And every morning we are here to recreate ourselves. Okay. See, whether you like it or not, you are a new person every day. Okay. According to science, every cell of your body is completely dead and new ones are replacing them every day. So physically, you are not the same person there. You get it? You may think that you are the same person, but physically, even you are not the same person. So the only person who is the same person is the one that you think that you are. So what did I say? Let me see who's going to repeat it. So the only person who is there is the person you think that you are, because the physical person is not the same anyway. So I'm checking to see whether you guys are getting me or not. So who's going to tell me what I just said? I think Neeti has raised her hand or she's pointing her finger at me.
सर सुबेरे सुबेरे तो टंग ट्विस्टर आपने छोड़ दिया। जब तक फर्स्ट सेंटेंस समझने की कोशिश की आप थर्ड पे पहुंच गए।
मैं दोबारा बोलता हूँ. First sentence is very simple. Your body is not the same, right? You know that.
Yes.
But you still think that it's the same.
Yes.
Now, so what is it that remains the same? I said what remains the same is what you think you are.
Correct.
You are not the same.
हाँ.
So now tell me.
Okay, so we do you want me to say the same thing or do you want me to
First
give
you
my
say the same
understanding of
thing,
it?
na? I want to see whether you can say the same thing or not. Because I don't know whether you got it or not. So what should we do? Simple sentences, Baba. What's the big deal about it? Yeah, we'll come to you also, Vetrivel. Vetrivel wants to now take up the challenge. I like
So
it.
let him proceed.
No. You don't get off that easy. You are doing the same thing what he does.
No, sir. Every morning our body is not the same. Our body changes. And
it doesn't change. It's not the same. It dies. Every cell dies and new cells are replacing.
Every morning our body changes.
It doesn't change.
It's not the same.
Reborn.
It's not the same. It is reborn. But we think that it is the same.
Yeah. So I said, what stays the same?
The only factor that stays the same is what we think we are.
Now you got it.
So our power of generation is what keeps us as we are.
Which we don't use.
Yes.
If your body can recreate itself. Anyway, let's wait for what Vetri has to say and then what Leena has to say, and then I will say what I will say. But you're getting the gist of it. Thank you very much.
Sir, same thing, sir. I want to share. This is the only person is the one who think who you are. That's it. That stays.
No, what is that you said? I didn't get it.
The only person is the one who think you are, who stays.
What you think you are.
What you think you are. That's it.
Yeah, I think I'm this, so I'm this.
Yeah.
So who thinks that I'm this? I mean, Vetrivel only is thinking I'm today also the same Vetrivel.
100%.
Right? Good. Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Leena ji.
Yes. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
You said the only person is there what you think you are.
Exactly. What do you think you are? Yes, Kasa Sai.
You, who you think you are, is what you think you are.
Exactly. So now I can move on to the next point I'm making. The next point I'm making is that if your body, right, every cell of your body dies and is reborn, all right? The only thing that keeps it the way it is who? Who is keeping it the way it is?
Your mind.
Exactly. And that means what you are saying is only keeping it like that. No, I'm a weak fellow, I'm a strong fellow, I've got this disease, I've got that disease. Now, that's one side. On the other side, if your body is born and recreated every day, what is stopping you from recreating you every day? So what is the person today that was there yesterday? Who is the person here today which was there yesterday? What you are saying, correct? And who are you saying about that you are? I'm thin, I'm fat, I'm an idiot, I'm a super intelligent fellow, I have to impress people, or whatever it is that you say. I'm ugly, I'm beautiful, I cannot understand this, I cannot understand that. Who is saying that? We are only saying, no? So here's the paradox, that here, if my body has the ability to recreate itself, right? And here we are saying every morning, okay, create your life, don't be in the default mode. Why are we in the default mode? Because we are saying that I am like this and I'm like that. Right? So it means I have a power to recreate myself. I have a power to create my life whichever way I want, but I'm not creating it. Have you noticed that? We are so much having the herd mentality or the flock mentality. What is herd mentality?
What everybody does, you also do.
Correct. So are we not subtly doing it? When something is in fashion, everybody is wearing same type of clothes. There is a fashion to be slim and zero waistline figure. Everybody wants to go for that. If you don't have that, you're saying, no, I am not like that, so I'm ugly. My physique is not good. I should have 8 packs abs. What I am, not okay. See that young fellow is having full head of hair. I'm a baldy fellow. Not okay. Who the hell is saying that, yeah? So remember what I say many times, that we are picking up the thoughts, feelings, and emotions of who? Other people. And as human beings, we definitely have the capability of being influenced easily by others. You know that. We get influenced directly or indirectly by others all the time without even knowing it. So is it surprising that we get this herd mentality? Recently, I was talking to someone, and that person says to me, "Ki, boss, I'm getting fed up of my parents and I'm leaving my house and I'll go and live on my own." I said, really? You have the courage to do it? Yes, I've got courage. What will you do? I will do. I said, you cannot come out of your house for one day to attend a program because you are saying my parents will not allow me. And you have the courage to leave the house and live on your own. When I ask you, you come and do this program, say, I don't have the money to do it. How will you go and live on your own? You don't have the money to live on your own. See how crazy people are? They're not thinking only. We're thinking like everybody else. There was a time, Reddy Garu will remember our time, when we were young. First, everybody wanted to go to medical college. Why? Because everybody goes to medical college. Then came a time everybody was going only for engineering college. Correct? Then all the useless fellows were going to law college, I remember. Correct? Now it has changed, right? Now everybody wants to go for IT. Whether they are interested in IT or not, they have to go for IT. Why? Everybody is going to IT, sir, because that's where the money is, sir. Now everybody is going after law, so it's very difficult to get admission in law. So all the bright minds are going for law, whether they are interested or not. Where are you going? Going to IIT, sir. IIT is the in thing. You go to IIT, get 10 crore rupees salary at the end of it. So here we are busy trying to be like everybody else. Right? So if you're going to be like everybody else, you're going to end up being like everybody else also. Now all this I said why? Because the basic question was what? Cannot hear you, Neeti.
We have the power to recreate ourselves every day.
Yeah, create or recreate whatever you want. And we are not doing it. And why are we not doing it? So I was giving you some of the reasons maybe. Yes, Kasha, you want to say something?
On a lighter note, sir, me thinking rather not than to be me and trying to be some other me is wherein if me try to be just be, that's the new me.
Yeah, then the new me can come out from somewhere.
Yeah.
He's hiding behind in his own, you know what? He's hiding behind. He's hiding behind his behind.
Me hiding me behind me.
Makes sense. But just think, if you're going to be like everybody else, you're going to end up like everybody else. Even scientists are acknowledging herd mentality, herd immunity. How do you like that? All those who have not read Dr. Bruce Lipton's book, The Biology of Beliefs, you should read it. He's a micro genetic biologist or something like that, PhD, who has done research to prove. So can you imagine if you start believing what everybody else is believing? Can we even think about creating a life? We want our life to remain the same. Why? We want today to be same as yesterday. For what? Have you thought about it? We want continuity in our life. We want to feel the same as yesterday. Why? That is a question. You guys can answer it if you wish to.
Yes, we always wish to be in safe zone.
Exactly, because it feels safe, na? They'll say, na, known devil is better than unknown devil. So then what are we doing?
Actually, I would say the other way around, sir. Known devil is much dangerous than the unknown devil. Because when you choose like the path less taken, if you take it, yes, there are certain risks, but than that, if you don't take any risk, that's a higher risk.
Yeah, what is the risk? What is that higher risk? Can you just enlighten us? I understand what it is, but for the benefit of everybody.
It could be like, see, we think we are safe, but when the nature is given certain gift and we don't recognize, it whacks our ass,
Nicely.
So rather than in a very pushed situation or in a very challenging situation to take something, take with your own
Initiative.
initiative.
Yeah, why wait for the providence to kick you in the butt before you decide to change?
Yeah, exactly.
It's interesting, no? Nature, if it does not evolve, it perishes, no? What happened to the dinosaurs?
Yeah.
It did not evolve, so they perished. So even in our everyday life, you will see that there are some people who are not changing along with the times. Okay? For example, when computerization came, some people refused to learn that. and they became outdated and they cannot even get a job. I mean, I know one or two chartered accountants who refused to learn that. And there was a point of time in life, they couldn't operate if they did not know how to use Tally or how to use a laptop, because everything came onto the net. And now when everything is going into the cloud and some people don't want to do that, they are also going to be left behind, no?
True, sir. What we think is today's luxury is tomorrow's essential.
Necessity, yeah. So my question again comes back to, even though intellectually we know all these things, that we must change with the times, right? We have to adapt ourselves and this and this and that. We have to create. Create means what? Get out of the default mode. Who is creating the default mode?
Our own self, it's our own making.
Exactly. And who can stop being in the default mode?
Only by ourselves.
You can. And from time to time you do. It's not like you don't do it ever. I mean, when Ratanji took the decision to go to Hong Kong, at that time, was there any guarantee that he will be successful? Was there any guarantee? You ask him. He was willing to take the chance and go there because there is always a 50% chance that you may succeed or 50% chance that you may fail also. But we want to be 100% sure that we don't fail. So we don't take a chance. So we fail anyway. So what is keeping you stuck in your default mode is you and your unwillingness to have life turn out differently. You want life to stay the same. No, I should not change. No, I should remain exactly the way I am. Everything else should change. Now, first of all, my congratulations to all of you. With folded hands, congratulations, because you are the guys who dare to be different. Do you notice that? Even what you are doing every morning coming for the EMC, a lot of people must be thinking you're crazy, Why you get up so early in the morning? You can do many better things, correct? But you're doing it, no? Now, people like me and Ratanji at our age trying out new programs and attending new programs, a lot of people will say we are crazy. तुम्हारे पास फालतू पैसा है क्या? You got extra money to waste or something. Give it to us, no? Why are you going and wasting it on all these programs? Actually, somebody told me like this, अरे बुड्ढे हो गए हो यार, you are old, you had enough, no? What more? Why don't you retire like everybody else? And this is what some people will say to you, I mean, some of your very dear friends will have the courage to talk like that. But they do. But do we listen to them? So, first of all, congratulations. You guys are daring to try something different. You're daring to be different from everybody else.
So many retire from life. They have a different kind of retirement.
Here they retired, no?
Yeah.
So some people might retire even when they are working in a job, you know that?
Yeah, very much.
There is a terminology for that. They are resigned to life.
Yeah.
The guys of people who say no use, I've tried everything in my life. This is all bullshit what you're talking.
Nothing will work.
Nothing will work. Life is sad. Life is horrible. Life is suffering. So you have to go through suffering. I'm going through my suffering. You are going through your suffering. It's all right. Let us suffer together. Blah, blah, blah. Namyo ho renge kyu. Right? All that stuff. You'll keep on doing. Okay, that's okay. They are also being different in some way. You getting it? So what is consciousness? It includes everything and rejects nothing. See, there is terrific possibilities if you just start to see that you don't have to be like everybody else. Okay? people who were torch bearers, like those who were the leaders who went first, they went where nobody else dared to go before. They were different. And they say that initially they were called mad. People laughed at them, right? Then people feared them. Yeah, like Christopher Columbus and other people, right? People were afraid of them at some point. They tried to kill them also. And then everybody worshipped them. Wow, they have changed the humanity and all these things. So, do you really want to create your life? It's a good question to ask now. See, imagine if you're going on a train. A train runs on these lines, correct? Now, the train has to go where the tracks are taking it, correct? Now, inside that train, you are jumping up and down, running here and there and everything. But the train will still go where it's going, no? So if you look at our life, the foundation on which you have built your life is like the rail. Okay? Unless you change the rails and point it in a different direction, it's always going to remain the same. Right. So you and I are coming every morning. Till now we have been scratching the surface. Okay. And we've done a pretty good job of it. So congratulations to all. You're coming. Now I notice that people are coming on time also. You're starting your participation. Yesterday I was letting you have it because we are not having a conversation. It always becomes a bloody lecture. Right? So I'm trying to get you guys to start speaking up and participating. So that's the next step. And we're getting insights and we are practicing the tools like expansion exercise. Incidentally, Shakti, when you do it, next time do it slowly. You're not to do it in such a hurry. Okay? You imagine you're doing it yourself, no?
Okay, sir.
Then automatically speed will become slow.
Okay, sir. Noted, sir.
But if you're doing the exercise yourself, then gradually you're expanding. It doesn't go tuck, tuck, tuck. It doesn't go like that, no? So sometimes we think, oh, less time is there. So that's why I don't do many of these exercises, because you need more time for that. So what are these tools and exercises designed to do? Most of them, do you know that? Let me hear from you. Especially the older ones who know these exercises very well. What is the purpose of these exercises that we have been doing?
Could I? Well,
Okay,
yeah,
we will
yeah.
go in the right order. Ladies first, then adults, seniors first, after that, then the junior most, then the gurus will be coming in that order. Okay, start with Shakti ji.
Okay, sir.
Shakti
Get out of-
Shakti deta hai.
I didn't understand, sir.
Shakti gives more Shakti. That's what Shakti means, strength.
Okay, sir. This exercise and some tools and techniques is to get out of the default mode, sir.
Okay.
When we want to create something, we need to get out of from the default mode. So these exercise and tools are helping me.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Good. Yes, Ratanji. Good morning. to you.
Yeah, I believe that we are all looking for transformation from inside, and these exercises give us an opportunity to change from inside and at a gradual pace, whatever pace we would like to do it. If I do for 10 minutes, that's the benefit I get. If I do 3 times 10 minutes, that's the benefit I get. So that's the way I put it.
Okay. Next is Mr. Sagar Acharya. Acharya Saab, bataiye.
So for me, for me, sir, it is tools are helping me to be in allowance state and without any kind of judgment and be in allowance state. And it is always realizing me that I am an infinite being. I am much more than what I think I am, much more than what my point of view on my life. This was, sir.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. And then we will have Vetrivel, and then we will have Neeti.
Thank you, sir. What is the purpose of all these exercises? I expand one step further. What is the purpose of all the tools? What is the purpose of all these modalities which helps us to self-development? And I go one step further. What is the purpose of all the religions? Is, from my understanding, just to increase the observability of a human being or a person, individual. I tried this word in the Google or a dictionary. There is no such word called a discernibility, but still I coin it because my understanding is, I want to tell it with a metaphor. There is a bottle, glass bottle, and you are just throwing it into the ocean. Immediately, bottle fills with the ocean water, you become about ocean water something. But problem is, if your bottle is closed tight, and not even a single drop of water goes inside, you will float here and there with each and every waves. But these modalities gives hold to the bottle, allows the ocean, which is always trying to pour on your head, like universe is trying to pour on your head. The problem is we closed inside tight and we don't let it happen. These tools, these all modalities, all the religion is trying to increase our discernibility so that we can just enjoy the universe. Thank you very much, sir.
Excellent. Superb. Superb. Thank you very much. Yes, Neeti.
So these exercises and tools for learners like myself, it is the first step to realize that there is a whole new world that I am as an individual not aware of. And when I use
I think your signal has you're frozen, Neeti. We cannot hear you. Okay, so she seems to have frozen for some reason or the other. Can anybody hear her? No, no. So I think
No,
there is
sir.
some signal problem at that end.
Yes, sir.
So let's wait. Somebody, I've sent a message. Can you WhatsApp her? Yeah, so she even disconnected. Signal is gone completely. So let her come back, then we will continue. Anybody else? What do you think is the purpose? See, if you look at it in a bigger picture, Vetrivel, what he says is very correct, because that's where it's going. Yeah. But it has to start somewhere. Like he says that, you need to make a hole in the bottle. Yeah. So remember the word vulnerability, which I'm using. If your armor plate is so strong, nothing is going to get inside, no? See, our entire awareness is designed for protection. Is not designed for expansion. When you build a fort, jab aap kila banate ho, you are confined to the pillar, to the fort, no? Yeah, Neeti, we lost you, so can you say it again? You completely froze and we didn't hear anything.
all right, sir. Sir, for learners like myself, when I use these tools and exercises, it opens my awareness to a whole new world of energies and how they can help and support me in my cause, my life, my goals. And at the same time, they also make me aware of the internal power within me to tune to this higher learning and a higher experience. So it works both ways. It gets the external energy into me, and it also makes me aware of my own energetic capabilities.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much. So you, each one in his own, her or his own way is, contributing A to the conversation, and you're pointing it in the right direction. Yeah, so these are all right answers. So don't worry about right answer, wrong answer. But the important thing, the starting point always is to bring your awareness in your control. Yeah, to bring your attention. Have you noticed that our attention is not in our control and it is always getting stuck somewhere? So in the default mode, where is your attention stuck? In the default mode, आपका ध्यान किधर रहता है? Where is it stuck? किधर अटका रहता है?
Hello.
Yeah.
Mostly it's stuck in the
Yeah.
fear.
Yeah.
It's stuck in
Fear.
it's stuck on something negative or whatever is going on, right?
What is not the reality is.
Yeah, it's stuck on that. You understand? It's stuck on survival due to fear or whatever, fear, anger, whatever. Just check. Very rarely are we aware where our attention is. So some people, when they practice these tools, they are able to be present. So when they are able to put their attention where they want it to be, however many distractions might be there, if they put some attention somewhere, it is there. Okay? It is linked to your awareness, is it not? So if you are in a state of lower awareness, which state are you likely to be in? If you are in a state of lower awareness, are you in the default mode or are you in the create mode?
Default mode, sir.
Right? Like the world is hypnotizing you and keeping you stuck in one place, correct? So many of these exercises are to loosen you up, to make the hole in your armor. If you're a coconut, we are making hole in the coconut. So yeah, first, awareness is in your control. Next, able to expand our awareness. So when you do the expansion exercise, you are expanding your awareness and you are becoming aware of you as you really are. You are not this thing confined in this fort called the body. It's like a fortress we have made. Our being, we have confined it inside this fortress because it wants to feel safe here, in this body. So when we expand, it's going out and we say, oh, so you notice that who's expanding? You are. We may say my awareness is expanding. Have you ever thought that who you are may be your awareness? You and your awareness may be the same thing, who knows? So whenever you are stuck, so when I say you do the crazy statement, for example, what is it doing? It's freeing you from the grip of your mind. Who is getting confused? Your mind is getting confused. Who is getting deep sorrow? Where is it experiencing? Thoughts in the head, sensation in the body. Correct? So you're releasing that. Biggest culprit which keeps you stuck in your default mode is who? Do you know? Who is the biggest culprit that keeps you stuck in your default mode?
Our own self.
No, this so-called great logical mind. It is always judging and comparing good and bad, right and wrong, agree, disagree. I like, I don't like. This your logical mind only is doing, isn't it? And have you seen how it makes strategies all the time? You do like this, it has agendas all the time. It has hidden agendas, it has straightforward agendas. right? So are we not stuck in that man ke jaal mein, phase hue hain? What is man ka jaal means? The web woven by our mind, we are stuck inside of that only. Like a spider web, you get stuck in it. Yes, correct.
Thank you, sir. But this mind also is like a part of the body. So we do use as we want to use, isn't it?
Sir, I beg to differ on this. If there are people who are studying this mind-body phenomenon, the brain is a part of your body. They have, I mean, this has been known. I've been studying this phenomena since 1974. There was even there used to be a journal called the Brain Mind Journal. They were writing papers on that. Yeah. So now, first they thought that the mind is inside the brain. Okay. Now the latest research shows that your mind is distributed towards your body throughout. Even the heart has something to do with it. Okay. So though it is a part, it is, see, you and I think that we are our body, isn't it? हम तो सोचते हैं हम अपना शरीर है. Then you can say my consciousness is a part of my body. Is it? My consciousness has chosen to reside in this body for now. Or God has put us inside this body for the duration of this imprisonment on this planet. हमें इस शरीर में डाल के कैद करके भेज दिया गया है यहाँ पर. You can look at it that way also if you wish to. But there is a school of thought, I've done a lot of reading on that. They say that the soul chooses the body in which it wants to live. It chooses the life story in which it wants to be born. It chooses the family in which it wants to be born, right? So even though we may be residing here, normally people feel that I have no choice now. So if you are not your brain and your consciousness is who you are, then when you raise your awareness, like you always say, then you are becoming superior to this mind-body emotion phenomenon, correct? Most of us are trapped in this mind-body emotion phenomena. That is the mechanism. Mind, body, emotion is the mechanism which we are using to be on this planet. Correct? See, you need to, have you seen that movie Avatar?
I have not seen, sir, but I got the.
It's a very interesting movie. Please do see it. You may like it. Very, very interesting movie, Avatar.
Some change in the screen.
No, I don't know. By accident, I think that whiteboard has got switched on. They've made this feature, no, the whiteboard.
Oh.
So that has got, I don't know how to switch it off. Never mind. Ratanji would like to speak, so let's listen to what he has to say.
No, I just have a question. Could we say the body, brain, everything is hardware, and energetically, the soul, mind, and intellect could be the software?
No, sir. I used to think like that for many years.
Right.
But when I did the foundation course and I did many other access programs, I'm beginning to realize, something we call as the Bekimix. You remember the autopilot?
Yeah.
So that is the artificial intelligence program that we have put, that's running my life. That's also not who I am.
Right.
We haven't, but even if we people get that much, no? Itna bhi logon ko samajh mein aa jaye, that's good enough, no?
Right.
Hey, Baba, this is the hardware. My mind, body, emotion is the, right? Now, emotion, I put it this way. Body is the machine in which we have chosen. Ye hamara vahan hai.
Right.
The body is the vahan. The mind is the CPU.
Right.
The central processing unit.
Okay.
Emotions are the sensors,
Okay.
which are linked to the Indriyas, like any computer.
Right.
They are coming up with the tactile sensors as well. You might have noticed.
Yeah.
You know, the new technologies, from virtual, it is becoming immersive and God knows what not.
Right.
That's another very interesting field.
Mm-hmm.
So these are sensors that we have.
Okay.
The one which is where we are stuck is in this programming of the logical brain.
Mm-hmm.
So if you use the analogy of the software, to a great extent, you are right. But I'm not even the software. Huh?
No, I'm not the software, but it's comparable. You know, I mean, for
Yes,
layman, for
Agreed.
layman, you know.
Agreed. That's a good way for the layman to understand.
Correct.
कि software हमको चला रहा है.
Correct.
I'm
No,
not.
which can be reprogrammed. The whole thing is, you know, the software can be reprogrammed. Brain can be changed, heart can be changed.
Right.
But you know, the software can be reprogrammed.
Sir, thank you very much. I have
you.
been saying this to corporate people for the last 35 years.
Yeah. They're
Software
like,
can be reprogrammed.
yeah,
But now
like
I got a big shock.
Mm.
That even there is a limitation on how much we can reprogram the software, because the software will always remain a software.
Correct. Yeah.
So
No, but
layman,
you
are right.
Yeah. So we can learn, unlearn, and relearn.
Yeah. So got it. So when we do these exercises, that is the starting point of reprogramming the software. I like the way he's putting it. And he's reminding me. Good stuff. Thank you, sir. Yes, Kunen, are you getting it now? Somewhat in the direction that we are going?
Yeah, got it. So just a quick point. It means we have the power to observe our mind as well. And then all such reprogramming can be done.
Yeah, so that's where your awareness thing comes in. You remember how often you say awareness? So when your awareness is high, you will actually see what your logical brain is doing. कि वो जो कचर कर रहा है, वो करवा रहा है आपसे, whatever it's making you do, you know, so then you become like an observer. You are not in, you know, see, usually what are we doing? We are in the body, we are in the mind and trying to look at it. You can't. I mean, if you are the mind, can you see what your mind is doing? You can't, no? Like a fish does not know that it is in the water, no? It's only knowing that when it's out of the water. So when you do the expansion exercise, for example, you're coming to a point one day when you are able to see, oh, this is what's going on in my brain. That is why it's causing all these things. So there are lots of exercises. See, when you do, like many people here, they've done the Access Bars program, right? It's unlocking some stuff. Those who have done the foundation, they have unlocked much more. They've got, say, 20 other tools to knock this brain out of the equation. So when you knock the brain out of the equation, your consciousness is revealed, right? Then we are operating from consciousness. Otherwise, mostly we are operating from brain only. So obviously, less choice, right? If you operate from brain number one, only two choices. Either you fight or you run away, right? Midbrain is only supporting you for making those two choices, run or fight, survive somehow. When you reach the third brain, you are making more choices because now you are doing rational thinking. But still you are a prisoner of your software. Like Ratanji said, na, software to fir bhi rahega. And we are trying to go outside of that. So there's a whole world outside of that where you can create life. That's where things like Ichha Shakti and all those, you know, like somebody wills something and it happens. That is where the power of manifestation happens. That is where, really speaking, all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory happens. Because as long as we are a prisoner of this mind, body, emotion drama that we are doing, we are not going to have a life full of ease, joy, and glory. We are going to be looking for You heard that song, no? Leke chalu aise. What is that song? ऐसे गगन के तले जहाँ पे गम भी ना हो, आंसू भी ना हो, और प्यार ही प्यार पले. And we keep looking for that place where we will find the peace, right? We are saying that no matter what is thrown at us, we will have peace. Kuldeep ji, good morning. So nice to see you. आप तो गायब ही हो गए हो.
गुड मॉर्निंग सर. नहीं, मैं कल था. आपने
कल तो मैं था, मैंने नहीं देखा आपको. नहीं तो
परसों?
आपकी शायरी सुनते हम.
शायद परसों होगा सर.
परसों मैं नहीं था, आप थे.
जी जी जी.
So everybody is getting this conversation. This is what we are all about, okay? So if I ask you now to tell me, what is this all about then? What would you say? I mean, what is the possibility that we are opening up by being here in this conversation? Now you've got a totally different look at what we are doing in this conversation, correct? So what do you have to say about that? What is the real power and possibility?
Yeah, I remember reading a book, and Sri Rabindranath Tagore, he says, we are human beings, but we need few superhuman beings. Super beings, you know, so we are trying to evolve from human beings to be just a super being.
Wow, that sounds good. That's the opportunity and possibility in this 1 hour that you spend every day.
Right.
Right? At least opening the door of that word.
Right.
And so naturally, my heart is filled with gratitude that so many people have chosen to be in this path with us. We are all co-travelers. Okay? And thank you, Ji, Ratan Ji. You're a great inspiration for us. I mean, imagine you're getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and being on the call. I mean, my hat off to you, even though I'm not wearing one. My imaginary hat is off to you. All right, so now who else? So now do you understand what is the real possibility of what we are doing here? So what is coming to your mind? Ratanji just spoke up. How about you, other people? And then Vitrivel put it so nicely, you know, that unless you make a hole in the bottle, the water is not going to come inside. And the analogy is so beautiful. You know, you will be like a bottle floating and thrown here and there. By who? By the environment, by the circumstances, helpless, right? And all you have to do is open up, you know. But please note, unless you become vulnerable, you cannot open up. And our whole life is built on defending. Defending who? The I. Defending me, defending mine, my opinions, my beliefs. I'm defending. Avoiding people's point of view, defending point of view. Avoiding points of view, defending points of view. That's the drama that we are doing. Where is the freedom in that? It's like a fly, you know, put in a glass jar with a glass lid and it's going, that's all you can do. And he thinks that the life is inside the bottle. Take the lid off, no? Okay, time for you guys to say what's possible after listening to all this. Okay, so you're waiting for the conversation leaders to lead the conversation. How about you participating in it? Okay. Yes, ma'am.
So what I get the feeling is, as we are on the brim of session 400 for tomorrow, we are starting a totally new chapter in our journey of EMC. Suddenly, the depth of these things is hitting more, and it's exciting. And at the same time, it is very, I won't say there is any fear or any apprehension, no, not at all. It's exciting, and it is very, there is some other emotion that is connected, which I cannot really put it in words at the moment. But
Madam, this is the feeling you get one day before you get married. You know? Not even one day before you go around the fire also you are getting this. Oh my God, what am I getting into? It sounds exciting.
Oh my God, wali baat nahi hai. But then there is, whenever you're on a journey to evolve yourself into whichever direction, you always need a guide. And because we are getting that connect with our guide over here, that is what is bringing us all back here every morning. And we totally appreciate that. And what is more giving is the sudden change within the sessions and within us, and our movement forward is empowering and emotional. I would say emotional.
So last 2 days, I'm giving you the electric jolts, you know. More than the words, it is the energetic jolts which I'm giving you. Tadang, tadang, tadang. Looks like you guys like it. Yes, Ratanji.
Okay. Well, one more. I don't have any experience, but what I've read, if you break an egg, you get an egg. You break the shell of an egg, you get at the most an omelette, an egg. But if the same egg is broken from the chick, from inside, you get a chicken. So, we are in that evolving stage. Like Niti says, we are coming on the 400th day. So let's see who breaks from the inside. We want some.
Every one of you has done that, you're starting to do that.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't kind of acknowledge, or we are not aware of the growth that's taking place.
Right.
See, the problem with us is that even in life, this is happening. You heard that famous frog story?
No.
Acha, there was an experiment done. So they took this frog and he was put in boiling water.
Right.
He jumped out, thak karke. Because it was hot, right? Then they took another frog and they put him in normal water.
Right.
And they very slowly started heating the water.
Right.
So he never noticed. He was getting used to the water getting hotter and hotter.
Right.
And they still kept on heating it.
Right.
And he was still comfortably there in that water. And they went on heating it. And the water started boiling and he died.
Yeah.
That is the state of a lot of human beings,
Yeah, comfort zone. They get used to it.
ठीक है, फिर मर भी जाते हैं, पता भी नहीं लगता है.
Right.
So the awareness is not there, man.
Yeah. Or like the bee, which doesn't get off from the flower, and the flower closes, and she's dead.
Yeah. So what's happening is that even in a similar way that we are so hypnotized by our life,
right,
that even when subtle, developments are happening,
right,
and we are changing also, you might have seen our near and dear ones are the last ones to see the change in us.
Right.
So we are also not seeing them. After all, you will only see what others are seeing.
Correct.
खुद को तो देख नहीं सकते. We are not able to see ourselves. So in that fashion, I'm saying that everyone here, even if you like it or you don't, there are changes happening to us. We are not the same people who started the journey 399 sessions before. Some are able to acknowledge it. Some are having some kind of a target which they will not, which when they reach that target, whatever it is. So some people say, "Oh, मैं तो आ रहा हूँ, मगर कुछ हो नहीं रहा है, जो मुझे चाहिए वो तो मिला नहीं. I didn't get what I wanted." Some people don't even know what they want, so that's one thing. Second is, many times you get small milestones, you don't see it.
Right.
So you'll find a lot of this happening in your bars practice, You'll
Yeah.
give bars to people,
Right.
and they'll start, many changes will start happening in their life, but they may not even notice it. And if you ask them how, after 4 days, how was it? How are you progressing? Oh, same, life is like, right? But great changes might have happened.
Right.
Like one guy, I'm telling you, the guy could not stand the sight of his wife, and he was not even sleeping in his bedroom, right? Now he started sleeping in his bedroom. So when I asked him what are the changes happening, he said, nothing, it's like that only. So his mother told me he was sleeping in the hall, now he started sleeping in the bedroom. I said, wow, that's a change, no?
Yeah.
But he doesn't know it. He thinks कि वो तो normal है. So that is the design of the human being. Great, thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, it looks like the time is up and the conversation is up. So today we will have the pleasure of listening to Kuldeep ji's Shairi, and then we'll listen to Kunen's Shairi, and then we will say bye-bye for today. Go ahead, sir.
Sir, this is on learning of possibilities which you mention always. Somebody has said that कुछ दरवाजे कभी बंद नहीं हुआ करते, कुछ दरवाजे कभी बंद नहीं हुआ करते, बस हम ही खटखटाना छोड़ देते.
Wow.
Means some doors are never closed. Somehow we stop knocking them. And if we knock, we have different possibilities.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. Yes, Kunen ji.
थैंक यू सर. अच्छा शेर है कुलदीप साहब, इसी से मिलता जुलता है. अर्ज किया है कि मेरे जीने का तरीका थोड़ा अलग है साहब.
जी.
मेरे जीने का तरीका थोड़ा अलग है साहब, मैं उम्मीद पर नहीं अपनी जिद पर जीता हूँ.
वाह.
मैं उम्मीद पर नहीं अपनी जिद पर जीता हूँ.
बहुत अच्छा.
I don't live in hope, I live in commitment.
Yes.
Wow. Fantastic. You know what? From today we are going to add another dimension to the Shairi. I say we are only having the Urdu ka Shairi or Hindi ka Shairi. Why can't we have some Tamil ka Shairi also? So Vetrivel, you got any Tamil ones? Or Kasa might have it?
I'll do it from tomorrow, sir.
Not from today, eh? You're not prepared.
So on.
Yeah, Kasa, go ahead.
No, Shairi on like, which one, sir?
Whatever, it's your choice, I say. See, they always seem to come out with something appropriate to what we are talking, but you can say Shairi on anything. And being a young man, you will only do Shairi on Kadal,
Not really, sir.
Love, spirituality, anything you can say. We don't mind. In any case, most of us will not understand. So you'll have to translate. You can change the translation if it's embarrassing. So you want to say something now or shall we say bye?
நான் நடக்க நினைத்தேன் என் சிறகுகளை மறந்து. I thought of walking, not being aware of my wings.
I am walking because I'm not even aware that I've got wings. So that's a great one, yeah. Fantastic. So you see, now we are going to make the conversation richer from now on.
என் சிறகுகள் என்னிடம்தான் இருக்கின்று காலை காலை கலந்துரையாடலில் உணர்ந்தேன். It means I became aware that I've got my wings in the morning conversation.
Ah. So are you flying now? You've flown to Chennai, from
Yes.
Salem, and now you'll fly into the world of filmdom once again.
Yes, sir.
Okay, don't fly into the sun. Huh? Yeah, go ahead, Janki, read one.
Yes, sir. This is from Tirukural. It is to, okay, I read that first, and then I'll tell the explanation. உள்ளுவதெல்லாம் உயர்வுள்ளல் மற்றது தள்ளினும் தள்ளாமை நீர்த்து. So explanation is, whatever we think or we feel, it should be always into the okay, it should be always into so it should not be down, it should be not low, it should be always high. The thoughts that we have, the emotions that we have, so everything should be always high. The high hope, high thoughts, high aim. So go on. So if we do not, okay, we should, if even if it is not going to be successful, we should not give up on thinking about it high. Okay, I repeat it. உள்ளுவதெல்லாம் உயர்வுள்ளல் மற்றது தள்ளினும் தள்ளாமை நீத்து. Whatever we think, it should be always high, and we should never give up on that. That's it.
Okay, good, great. Thank you, and thank you all.
Thank you,
And
sir.
we'll see you tomorrow again for another wonderful session of empowering morning conversations. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.